All right, welcome back to round six of the Oklahoma shootout here, 2024. And things are getting really close to top eight. We had a big upset in the last round. Larry Van Etten took down the tournament leading Dave McMillan. So now all the players have at least one loss. And joining me for round six is Marcel the Goat Loger, fellow team member of Elite Overpower. Marcel, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Thanks again, Phil the King Keffer, and the other teammate, of course, of Elite Overpower. And of course, thanks again, BMG, for having me on today as well. I was actually just saying between rounds that this is usually the round which is essentially the make or break of your day. Of course, records starting to move around and shift around. In a smaller field like this, you can start to have different styles of 500 or under 500 records possibly making top eight. But this usually is where it's the crucial moment of like, you need that final win, at least one win out of the next two games. And some people are definitely fighting for their tournament lives.
Yeah, and on the right here we have, I believe it's on the right, we have Mark. We met Mark with Josh when Josh came up in 2014 to the OP Cup. And yeah, Josh has been a constant on the scene since then. Mark, I don't know if Mark has been to any other events. Marcel, do you remember Mark making it to any other event?
Not that I recall. I believe it was just that one here or there in the grand scheme. It looks here that he's playing a very classic defensive style deck. It looks like he is trying to pull the twist on the side of Crystal and in the Inhumans. I'm assuming that means we're going to see a kill or switch style event. But if I do recall, Mark has played for a long time, so I am assuming that he is, essentially a strong player, understands the game and the nuances. I do not know Anthony very well or heard of him too much. He is playing a very unique style of intellect deck. It looks like we have Doctor Doom, Mr. Fantastic, Dark Beast, and Silver Sable. Classic energy versus intellect here. Hopefully he was smart enough to run the no energy icon event. And basing on the blue color of the event, I do believe that's what it is.
Yeah, and I believe Mark's playing in a mission set that has the KO event, correct, Marcel? Is that
Yeah, oh yes, I believe it is the DC kill event, correct, yes.
And what's so interesting about that is if you choose to play that one, a lot of people play the Crossing because it has possibly better other events in it than that Eye of the Storm. And so if you get the Eye of the Storm kill card or KO card and the Crossing KO card comes up for your opponent, both of you'd have to knock out two characters that round. Whereas opposed to if you both had the Crossing and you both got the KO event, only one character would be KO'd because even though you both had the events only happen once. And since it's the exact same event, it still only happens once.
Yes, you would be fulfilling the full event nuance to both sides, correct.
Yeah, it's so rare to see that happen, but
and of course, the action here looking like Mark and Anthony neither having any dupes in the first round. Mark loading up quite a bit here. I see 9 Maximus the Mad, an 8 energy power card, a 3 on the other side, and a teamwork that is fueled. Looks like that was just a place and run. It looks like Anthony did not want the smoke of that 9, 8, and teamwork. Even though on his side he did have a Captain America 7 and a couple power cards himself, I believe a 6.
So there's an event. Mark,
yep.
That might be the KO event right there.
I think it is. I think it is. It has. I don't know who it is, but it's a spaceman looking person, I believe.
Yeah, there Mark is KOing.
There it is.
Crystal, bringing the Inhumans up.
Now, of course, he did lose that 9, so that was a little punch, but something will get lost on the other side of the board as well. That looks tough on Anthony's decision. See, often in these moments, Anthony probably has at least 4 to 5 cards for each of his front line, and not much gameplay has happened. So he's going to have to choose somebody that's going to hurt him in the long run here. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That is not something that happens very often. Losing 2 huge venture cards as well as his negator. Interesting play.
So I saw in Anthony's hand, he's got his draw 3. So basically
Mm.
chose to keep Fantastic because of the draw 3, and I'm guessing Fantastic would have gone if he had that draw 3. Now, Anthony also
Wow.
drew a 9 or less for Sable, which is a card that can now be played around by Mark.
Well, in a moment like this, Anthony might try, because the game's so early, a unique strategy Anthony might try here. If he thinks he can pull this particular hand out, is to actually put all his beast cards that he has left in his deck in the next draw, upon knowing that Mark probably won't be able to win the game in the next round. Very risky play, but I don't know about that beast KO.
So
What
what's
do you
happening
think?
right now is they're playing Best Laid Plan, which is an event out of Anthony's deck, which allows them or forces both players to put 4 cards on top of their decks, and it combos really well with another event from that set that says no energy icon. So that's going to be a big card against Mark's deck. So I don't think he's going to put the beast cards in. I'm guessing he's going to go for that event, and
Yeah.
also the idea of doing what you just said, while it might work in some situations, since Anthony has a draw 3 in his hand right now, he's probably not going to want to be able to do it because he couldn't really place the draw 3 and then run again.
Correct. You know what? I had completely forgot about that draw 3 upon your earlier mention. That is correct. Yeah, he is looking to maybe swing for the fences in this hand and either do some damage or really gain some venture here. You're correct.
I think he should. I mean, he would love to be able to try to win this in the next with his draw 3 this hand and then venture big on his no energy icon event. But that's why we
So
play the game.
we just got a discard. It looked like it was a 7.
I think Mark discarded a 3. So
Okay. So 1 discard on each side.
yep. So Anthony did lose 2 cards to Mark for 1.
I believe Mark is just up 1 card currently in the count. Both placing.
It
Is that
looks like
correct?
Anthony's holding back on the placement
Draw
of draw.
3, doesn't want to show it. Yeah. Which means he's going to go for a little swing here. I wouldn't show it either. Of course, a 6 placed on Scarlet Witch the other side, so he does not know if a negate is available. And it looks like Mark is playing any heroes. Is that correct?
Yeah, it looks like he's playing heroes unless he's got a battle site somewhere that.
Oh,
No, there's
wow.
the draw 3. Draw 3.
Yeah, so even more of a he also has a draw 3 then for this hand. So with Anthony losing his negator, I don't really think he can swing too hard here.
No, he's not going to be able to do it in 2 hands unless he gets. He probably should be going just 2 this time.
Oh, wow. He just placed a draw 3 right away. And sorry, what was just played?
I don't know what.
Is that the Doctor Doom LX?
Oh, okay. This is Beyond Your
Wow.
Powers, right?
Wow. So he gets to draw when the other opponent draws.
No, what that
Oh,
was
sorry.
Steal the Beyonder's Powers is a 1 per deck that allows you to go into your battle site, get any card, and play it immediately. Any non-1 per deck card, I believe, and play it immediately. So he went and got the Scarlet Witch Negate out of Stark Enterprises and stopped the draw 3.
I think he actually used the AD, if I was correct on watching that play.
He switched it. He grabbed the wrong card first.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So it looks like they're throwing out. Sorry, I didn't see what that was.
So he tried to play Doombot. I believe that's Doombots. I think it's the card that allows you to make multiple attacks. But
yeah.
And Mark gated it.
Okay, here we go. A 6 teamwork thrown at Fantastic. Blocked with a 7. Follow-up being a 4 intellect. Does not have a power card showing on the table for a third follow-up.
Oh, here's the big draw 3 out of it. Says go ahead, but clearly not happy.
We did not have the negate.
It looks like he kept. Well, he played the negate on the Doom bot.
Oh,
I guess he could have had the any. That's true.
yeah, the Merlin. Another teamwork. Any power. Blocks with a 1 to 9. Following up with a big 8.
When the any power teams really shine, have solid colored decks. It's off. So like this was 20 points of cumulative, all three, which I believe he did to me once. So
Correct. That was early on when people weren't really using the any power teamwork, but one of those tricky plays is to hold the teamwork another 6 and an 8 in your hand to late in a round. And of course, as we all know, if you can string first one hits, the rest usually will follow. And it is a cumulative KO.
So
Looks like sorry, go ahead.
We just saw Anthony play his 1 per deck out of Stark Enterprise, which was discard 5 cards from the top of the dead pile to the draw pile for iron.
No.
Yes. That is an unusual strategy.
Huh.
And he's got a duplicate 7 in. Okay.
Unique.
So Fantastic is KO'd by Mark. It looks
Yep,
like
Spectrum KO. I don't believe there's a follow-up. Anthony coming back. He did get the draw 3 out already.
Things certainly took a turn here for Anthony.
I believe that is the Doctor Doom card where if it's against someone in Latveria, it is a 10. I'm not sure.
One of them's 4 freedoms, but it could be Latvia. It's a big attack. It's either a 7 or an 11.
Yes.
In this case, I think it's
a 7. 7 multi. Anthony really needs to take out a character in this round, or he's probably going to be running away. Mark is in a really decent position here. I'm not sure what Mark's record is on the day, but the team looks like it would be a decent run through this current meta that we're seeing in Oklahoma City right now. A kill card any hero seems like it would be a decent play. Quite a lot of any heroes that we've noticed. Have you felt that, Phil?
I was told that there are only 3 battle site decks in the room today.
Wow, 3 out of 12. What a breathtaking turnaround from the 2023 season. That's almost a complete opposite flip of the pendulum.
Yeah, now I guess we're going to have to wait and see if that's true. I thought we saw 2 Morale decks, and this is definitely a Stark Enterprises deck, so it's possible there could be 1 more or 2 more, but for sure, Oni Hero seems to be more popular today. Also,
yeah, we do have a. Go ahead.
Also, between rounds, I mentioned to Joe that he was placing any heroes to his Spartan training ground. And he said that the BMG guys keep telling him that you're allowed to place the placeable any heroes. And of course, I completely disagree, but we are going to play it that way today, so that's fine as long as everyone is in agreement. But afterwards, we're going to figure out why they would think that or what's going to be going. Of course, I was told that the new rule book will clear everything.
I'm sure it's around the corner. Here we go with this. Oh, this looks like an inhuman attempt at a knockout here from Anthony. He might be going for an early quick swing here. 6 teamwork followed up with a 5. Does Mark have a defense, or is he going to lose the Inhumans? Wow. That's a character in that double matchup. He's probably not expecting to lose too fast. I did not see the 8, the Medusa, or the Gorgon come out yet.
Yeah, there's a lot of it specials still deck, so
Yeah,
He's
Scarlet Witch from
very
a
good.
different multiverse, blocking Scarlet Witch from another multiverse.
Okay, so Anthony's certainly back in it after killing the Inhumans. If he can stay alive for another round or two, he might be able to pull it out if he can get down to Doctor Doom versus X. So it looks
Of
like Mark
course,
is just play right into the
pounding
team.
away. You are correct, though. If he can hold out, I believe the battle site versatility might actually be a benefit going into the later rounds of the game. Of course, X-Men and Scarlet Witch having fantastic special cards, though, compared to Silver Sable and Doctor Doom.
That's true. True.
Mark stringing out the other Any Power teamwork, running them both today in his deck. That is a
Mark,
6, a 5. Oh, wow. There must have been a pass. That's another teamwork.
Mark might be venturing for the win here. 11, 20.
I believe you're right.
Well, if he doesn't win it here, he's going to win it.
Yeah. This game is there. It is. The gentleman's handshake. Fantastic game. I think the BMD play of the game probably falls when Mark pulls the kill event and Anthony decides to kill the beast. Playing against an Any Hero deck, especially seeing his draw 3, I believe was even placed at the time. I don't know if I would have really killed the beast. I think even though you had the draw 3 from Fantastic, I just think that was a better sacrifice and hoping you still had some negate power to sort of like hold up some defenses against an Any Hero deck.
Lawrence in the chat said not beast with an exclamation mark. So you're not alone.
Yeah.
Not alone. So, but yeah, it's really hard to say. I mean, we don't know exactly what's in their decks, and in that particular situation, there was clearly not a good choice.
No. As mentioned in the exact moment of the round, he's probably running at least 5 to, let's just say at least 4 to 8 specials for any of his frontline characters at any given time. So, yeah, that's not a good decision that you have to make.
And Mark's
one of the more powerful events in the game.
For real. All right, guys. Well, another quick round. We just keep getting quick rounds on camera today for some reason. But Marcel, do you think you're going to be able to stick with me for round 7?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's finish out the Swiss here, and let's hopefully get 2 new players or 2 people fighting for their lives on camera, and then I guess the top 8 will start to shape out, and we will start to see who will get the first ring of 2024 at the Oklahoma City Shootout. Thanks again, Phil, and thanks again, BMG, for having me. Till the next round, I guess.
Thanks, everybody.
Fantastic. We'll see you in the next round.